Coming up on This Week in Torrance, the American Red Cross and the Torrance Fire Department team up to install free smoke alarms. We'll tell you why.
And a favorite summer activity is back. Grab your lawn chairs and blankets for Movies in the Park, hosted by the city.
Then a new seafood eatery opens its doors for the first time.
Plus, locals took a special bus tour to learn about Louis Zamperini's life. These stories and much more just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now.
Hello and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Julie Chan.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks so much for joining us. Here are your top stories. The Planning Commission approved the construction of a new mixed-use development at the Del Amo Financial Center, a senior housing village made up of a 183-unit independent living facility, a 100-unit licensed living facility, and a 70-unit hotel will be constructed at the western portion of the Del Amo Financial Center site, at the northeast corner of Carson Street and Del Amo Circle Drive. They also plan to construct a parking structure for the office complex location next to the future development. In the report, the senior independent living facility will offer a wide range of unit types. The second level will offer a theater, salon, multipurpose room, nurse and fitness area. The west parcel is proposed to be subdivided so each part can be owned individually. As of now, the hotel has not been named.
The Torrance Fire Department and the American Red Cross are teaming up to help reduce fire fatalities caused by home fires. Torrance CitiCABLE reporter Hiba Samad has that story.
It's a sound that can help you escape from an emergency.
When the smoke alarm detects the smoke and goes off, you have exactly 2 minutes to get out of your house.
Margaret Arbany Madonna, the chief executive officer from the American Red Cross Greater Long Beach and Rio Hondo chapters, says the American Red Cross every 8 minutes answers calls for smoke or fire-related deaths and injuries at homes.
I've gone ahead and I've walked the house and determined that we definitely need smoke detectors in all the bedrooms.
And now they're making sure those calls decrease.
2.5 years ago, we set up the audacious goal of over 5 years, reducing the amount of death and injury to fire by 25%. We're now halfway through the initiative.
Having a working smoke alarm is the first step to combating this problem. And that's why the Torrance Fire Department and the American Red Cross partnered to install nearly 150 smoke alarms for free at New Horizon Village, a senior housing apartment complex in Torrance.
The way that we've designed this program is to look at an entire city or entire county and say, where are the people there most likely to experience a fire but don't have a smoke alarm?
So what we're going to do is we're going to look around each room, make a plan, and find 2 ways to get out of that room.
93-year-old Virginia Allen was one of the residents here at New Horizon that received a 10-year lithium battery smoke alarm in each of her rooms, along with a fire escape plan.
That's a 10-year battery too.
Yes, it is.
So you're all set there.
I found it very interesting, and although we're conscious of emergency situations here, I picked up a few little hints that I hadn't thought of before, so well worthwhile, and I certainly appreciate it.
Allen says there have been fire scares around her unit, and now with her home having new smoke alarms, she's relieved.
I know I'm going to feel a lot safer because these buildings are old.
Each resident also received a drawn-out emergency plan to escape their homes. Fire Prevention Officer Chris Rhodes says they focused on this complex because of recent fires.
The community being 55 and over, a retirement community, can be a little bit harder on them. So just education, installation of the smoke alarms, and all of that just goes in hand, and I think it's a better off community once it's completed.
Rhodes says the Torrance Fire Department plans to do much more very soon.
The hush button should stop as soon as I reset it. Soon the city of Torrance will be in the possession of their own 300 smoke alarms that can be given to families who meet the qualifications of the program, which is a lower income family, children of the age 18 and younger, are qualified to receive free smoke alarms through the Torrance Fire Department.
A community effort to help save more lives one smoke alarm at a time. For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Hiba Samad.
Through this initiative, the Red Cross has helped save 216 lives. They recommend to change your alarms in spring and fall.
If you visit the Torrance Airport, you may notice some new additions. 21 hangar rows, 2 gates, and 1 viewing deck received new signs. Different areas are named after people, places, or businesses related to local aviation history in hopes of adding character to the airport. A committee was created to discuss the names. The viewing deck at the General Aviation Center will be named after Charles Chuck Lobb to recognize his efforts in documenting the history of the airport. Some of the names include P-38 Lightning, Bob Hoover Row, and Roger Keeney East Tees Gate. The project idea came about by the Airport Association and Council member Tim Goodrich. Next time you're at the Torrance Airport, you'll see 24 new signs have gone up.
A 2-mile stretch of the 405 freeway now honors Torrance's hometown hero. Thanks to efforts made by the community and former South Bay Assemblyman David Hadley, a 2-mile stretch of the 405 freeway between Redondo Beach Boulevard and Western Avenue is named the Louis Zamperini Memorial Highway. The Torrance Historical Society and Museum, along with the Zamperini family, unveiled the sign before it was installed on the freeway. Zamperini was a World War II veteran whose story of survival as a prisoner of war has been captured in a book and movie called Unbroken. This past January, he would have turned 100 years old. If you don't drive, a mock highway sign will be at the museum for viewing. The community raised $3,500 for that sign.
And a group of people also had the chance to see the Memorial Highway sign on a one-of-a-kind bus tour.
These are truly the streets he used to run on and wreak havoc in.
It was a full bus as the Torrance Historical Society and museum members took riders on a special tour celebrating Louis Zamperini's life. The tour showcased Zamperini's old stomping grounds from his childhood home to driving by Torrance High School where he attended and the Zamperini Field and Stadium. Guests heard many of his life stories.
Louis, even though he started out as a bratty little juvenile delinquent, turned his life around, and others can do the same, and they're going to learn what a hardy person Louis was. And we're doing this celebration in what would have been his 100th year.
And the tour ended with the luxury bus driving by the newly installed Louis Zamperini Memorial sign on the highway. A personal-sized Mainzer pie was given to each guest, and one lucky winner went home with a copy of Zamperini's book, Don't Give Up, Don't Give In, signed by his son and daughter. The Society and Museum Board came up with the idea as it was perfect timing with the installation of the highway sign. The Torrance Historical Society Museum to date has the largest collection of Zamperini memorabilia. Before the tour started, the Torrance Historical Society board members took an oath to continue to serve the museum to the best of their ability, and new officers were introduced. Still ahead, families came out for an exciting day filled with summer fun. We'll tell you where.
Plus, the Torrance Police Department helped kick off the Southern California Special Olympic Games.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our technical skills, our math, our engineering skills. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our organizational skills, our problem-solving skills. You're going to need our determination, our honesty, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Home Depot transformed into a carnival for a day recently. It was all part of the special summer extravaganza hosted for kids and their families as many kids get out of school. More than 500 children attended the community gathering. The free event encourages youth to stay active through different activities. Kids were given their own Home Depot apron, enjoyed food in various bounce houses. Every month, Home Depot also has a kids' workshop with a special project.
It's different every month. And we do a tic-tac-toe project this month, and it kind of shows the kids how to put together, and it also creates a fun game for them and a little interaction as well.
Home Depot is really focused on giving back to the community, and this is part of it. We want the community, we want to help them out. This is something free that we offer, so it's just something to bring your kids out and just have some fun.
Officials say it's a chance to reach out to the community and share with them what Home Depot is all about. The first Saturday of every month, the company hosts a free kids workshop between 9 a.m. to noon.
A local high school is participating in a campaign to unify athletes with special needs. North High School cheerleaders led with positive school spirit, and students cheered on athletes with intellectual disabilities. North High hosted the first annual Unified School Track and Field Games with the Special Olympics. Athletes with or without disabilities all came together to compete as one. It's the first event of its kind to encourage youth to play together, breaking down barriers that would exclude an athlete with a disability. The unified movement is inspired by the fact that training, playing, and competing together will help build understanding, compassion, and acceptance.
The premise of it is that we have students with and without disabilities, and they come together, they compete together, and it breaks down the stereotypes that they need to be separated. Everyone just comes out, has fun, and everyone works together.
Duperon says the goal is to get other Torrance high schools to host these types of events. The competition was part of the Special Olympics Youth Activation Campaign to create a future of respect and inclusion. The campaign idea came about after a dinner hosted by former U.S. President Barack Obama that celebrated Special Olympics and a unified generation.
And the official Southern California Special Olympics kicked off with the torch run, making a stop in Torrance before heading to Long Beach. Jesse Pierre has the story.
From sirens to flashing lights, the Special Olympic athletes and the Torrance police officers got an all-star escort as they made their way down Torrance Boulevard with the burning torch in hand.
Special Olympics, it's really kind of a life changer for folks with intellectual disabilities. Gives them the confidence that they need to be the best they can. Also, it carries over into their workplace, teaches them independence and the ability to set goals and go after them.
The tradition of police officers running a torch relay for their local Olympics dates back to 1981. And for the Torrance Police Department, it's an event they look forward to every year.
All the wonderful support from Torrance Police, who've been partners with us for at least 20 years.
Torrance resident Paul McFall came to cheer on his daughter.
Well, this is really a good thing to get her out and about and get her involved. She's made a lot of friends being in the Special Olympics, and there's quite a few events, and it's really very good for her, her overall being, and it's good for us as a family too. It's really helped to bring us together, and we meet a lot of new people, and it's just a great experience being involved in the Special Olympics.
I've been in Special Olympics for 15 years. I get to compete in track.
And with the summer games around the corner, Crystal Sylvia says she hopes to take home a medal.
She's really excited about it. They stay overnight. They're 2 days, so she stays overnight. They put them up in a hotel, and they roommate with one of the other athletes. And so she's excited. She's got her bags packed and everything. She's been ready for a while to go because she's really excited about doing that event next weekend.
The torch is now on its way to California State University of Long Beach, where athletes will get to compete for the Special Olympics Summer Games. For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Jesse Pierre.
Thanks, Jesse. The torch was then handed off to the Redondo Beach Police Department.
A hidden gem at Wilson Park celebrated a milestone. It was a ride unlike any other at the Southern California Live Steamers Mini Railroad Track at Wilson Park. The monthly ride turned into something much more as they celebrated its 500,000th rider. After a few runs, the train made a stop, and the president of the Southern California Live Steamers gave the special honor to rider Gracie Chong. Balloons were brought out along with a special hat and shirt. Community Services Director John Jones was also there to recognize Chong.
I knew about it when we started getting closer to the line, but then we figured it was people like behind us. But we knew it was going to be today because we got an inkling, but we didn't know. We're shocked.
What a fun event. The Southern California Live Steamers organization has 7,000 feet of tracks at Wilson Park. This year, they're also celebrating their 75th Jubilee through a special excursion, which will help them raise funds for a new engine. The organization started calling Torrance its home in 1987. For more information on ride days or to donate, you can contact the organization on their Facebook page at SoCal Live Steam.
I recently did that with my wife and son, and we had a great time. If you're looking for a relaxing summer activity, pull out your lawn chairs and blankets. The Torrance Community Services Department is sponsoring their movies in the park this summer. The first scheduled film is The Secret Life of Pets, which takes place on June 24th at La Romera Park at 8 p.m. It's open to the public and is free to attend. The park will be transformed into a movie theater. Other movies they plan to play are Finding Dory and Inside Out. This program is presented with the local homeowners associations. For more information, you can contact the Community Services Department at 310-618-2930.
The Del Amo Fashion Center announced some big-name retailers coming to the Boulevard this summer. Besides the recently opened new Dick's Sporting Goods, some other additions will include Amazon, Famous Footwear, Alex and Annie, and Sanrio. Del Amo officials say in early June, Amazon is opening a kiosk in the mall that'll take 300 square feet. The kiosk concept is one of the first to debut since the company began opening Amazon bookstores in shopping centers across the United States. They'll be selling Amazon-branded electronics, apparel, and accessories. This will be located at the mall's main level near the Lux Court. In July, Del Amo Fashion Center will welcome Alex and Annie on the main level as well, which is a trendy jewelry and accessory store. Del Amo Fashion Center will feature a full selection of their line, and Sanrio plans to open in August. The store offers a range of products from stationery to home and tech accessories that feature popular characters such as Hello Kitty and Cinnamoroll. They will have a storefront that is more than 1,500 square feet. Del Amo Fashion Center also plans to open a Cold Stone Creamery soon.
If you love seafood, you'll definitely want to stop by a new restaurant in town. Ocean Market Grill, located at 21209 Hawthorne Boulevard, right next to Starbucks, is serving up fresh seafood. The location is where the counter used to be. Regional Director Michael Colwell says Ocean Market Grill offers an upscale meal in a casual environment. The menu has plates, wraps, and salads, and also comfort food options like a lobster grilled cheese sandwich. Colwell says the wide range of sides and vegetable options set its location apart from other seafood places. Customers at the restaurant were looking forward to satisfying their taste buds.
The reason we came here, we were doing, like today, we're doing a 50-mile ride. Okay, at the end of the ride, we like to refuel. We get hungry. Things we look for are things like this, where you got an open outside patio. It's very good beer. I'm having a Maui Brewing. I'm having 3 of the whitefish tacos. And everything looks good, you know, nice new place, so can't beat it.
Every Tuesday, they offer tacos for $2 all day. They're well known for their OMG fries, which is their classic clam chowder served over fries. This marks the first location in the South Bay. You can head to oceanmarketgrill.com for the menu.
Torrance Middle School students battled it out, putting their technology skills to the test. The competition was fierce as students had the opportunity to compete with their recently built robots. The excitement could be felt throughout the room as students cheered for each other. For the first competition, balloons filled with air and were placed on each robot. The task was to pop the other team's balloons before your balloon popped. And in the CO2-powered car race, contestants built vehicles under a specific set of requirements for a highly anticipated speed race. Trophies were given to the 3 fastest racers. Design was also a factor, and an award was given to the most elegant car.
In this kind of an event, what they are learning are the design principles of speed, primarily. Although in my class, I give them a much broader latitude to design their cars. With me, it's more of, did you build what you designed, and did you build it well?
I was the computer programmer, the lead programmer, and just Programming it was pretty easy. It got a little hard at times because when building the robot, we had to make different adjustments, and so I had to change the code to fit those adjustments, like changing the motors or changing the remote commands.
I'd say the entire class and the entire project is a learning experience for anyone who does it. And definitely, just coming out here, seeing exactly how fast your car goes, the amount of time it takes.
The event combines the aspects of sports with science and technology.
And as El Camino College's Fire Academy celebrates their graduation, for one recruit, it was extra special. Zulima Chavez was the only female recruit out of the 148 graduates from El Camino College's Fire Academy. She will also be the first firefighter in her family and hopes to be a medic one day. The graduation celebration also featured a demonstration of the recruit's skills in controlling a structure and vehicle fire. For more information on the Academy, head to elcamino.edu/fire_academy/.
Locals learned firsthand how to save a life with 2 easy steps. The Torrance Certified Farmers Market was one of 7 locations for Torrance Fire Department's hands-only CPR workshop. The event is part of National CPR Awareness Week, which is only one day across the country, but the Torrance Fire Department created a training for a whole week in partnership with local hospitals and McCormick Ambulance. Attendees were reminded to call 911 and push hard and fast in the center of the chest during cardiac arrest emergencies. In 2016, 24% of cardiac arrest victims in the city of Torrance received CPR from a bystander before emergency personnel arrived.
This enables someone on the street to provide CPR and just hands-on CPR. And what they are doing is doing compressions to allow the patient to survive those 3 or 4 minutes and continue to get blood to the brain and things like that. And it gives us time to get there, which is really quick, but every minute counts for a patient.
This year, the department trained 635 people with hands-only CPR, which is an increase from last year.
Still ahead, we've got some great upcoming events you won't want to miss.
We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no, this warrior, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back, everybody. Here are some upcoming events to mark on your calendar. Early bird reserved seating for Torrance High School's centennial celebration called Concert of the Century is on sale now. Tickets are $25 but will increase to $30 after the 10th. The concert will feature former Torrance High School alumni. Go to torrancehighcentennial.com for tickets. And the City of Torrance is hosting their free residential hazardous and e-waste roundup. On June 17th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the American Honda campus, you can dispose of hazardous items and electronics. The event is free. And also on the 17th, you'll be able to learn how to create a beautiful flower arrangement by an expert at Henderson Library. Registration is required. Call 310-371-2075. And before we go, we have a sneak peek at what's happening on the sports desk.
That's right. What do you have for us, Byron?
Hey, Julie and Ben, coming up on the sports desk. South and West battle each other for the 5th time this season. But the winner of this game goes on to play in the championship. Who will it be? Plus, can't we all just play along? Watch how North High and the Special Olympics teamed up to put on a special event right here in Torrance. Tune into the sports desk at 4 and 9:30 right here on CitiCABLE. Julie and Ben, back to you.
Thanks, Byron, and that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain.
And I'm Julie Chan. Thanks so much for joining us.